Hey, how's it going, guys? I am going to shoot a video to kind of update um, where this room is at. I have TV set up and systems hooked up. I honestly can't remember what I didn't have compared to what I have now. I know that I'm pretty sure things were not hooked up, but and I don't think I had things in the shelves, so I'll kind of go over that a little bit. But um, basically, right now I have a setup where I have two TVs and more of my newer systems over here. I've been playing Dead Space lately, so I just wanted to kind of show off that. And I've been watching old episodes of the 90s Batman cartoon. Um, but I have my PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 3 all hooked up here. I think I have actually four of the systems that use HDMI in this TV here, and then I only have my PlayStation 2 with this TV. Um, I might actually take these little classic systems that I have and set them up at different TVs since I have multiple TVs here. But I have my Nintendo Classic hooked up here. I've been playing Pokemon with my son. The NES Classic um, has all the Nintendo games and all the Game Boy Color games that I would want to play. So we play a lot of the Pokemon games. I think we've just been focusing on Pokemon Red. And we're actually pretty far. We've been playing it for several months now, almost a year. I think like started late last summer, 2018. But anyway, probably just keep, because before in my other house I had I always had tons of systems hooked up to like multiple, and only so many TVs that I had. So like when I had this set up, I had like maybe three or four of those classic consoles, or no, three of the classic consoles, and then my PlayStation TV or whatever the thing is called that can play Vita games, all hooked up. And I think I had my Raspberry Pi hooked up there too. But it's nice to just kind of have more TVs. And so I don't think I really showed this yet, but so I have two there, I have one there, and then I have three here. So I have two smaller ones and a much larger one. So I think I may have mentioned this before about this TV that I got this for free, and it was in my garage for a bunch of years. I just never kept it in the room where I could use for playing video games, just because my kids are still so little that it's just such a big TV. It's heavy. It could fall on them. I mean, technically, the way that I have this shelf thing could technically fall. I don't have it anchored, but my plan is to take this doorknob and put a lock on it. I mean, it already has a lock on it, but she wants in, I guess. Is to put a lock on it with a key, so that I don't really have to worry about them coming in here when I'm not around. But anyway, the bigger TV I have is a TV I got for free from my father-in-law. He wasn't a big fan of it because there's lines that show up to it, but like the nice thing is that if you have the TV on for more than 5 minutes, they go away. So it bothered him, but it doesn't bother me. Even if this only works for like a few years, that's awesome. But it's a early HD TV that's got three HDMI plugins. I think I'm only using one, so I'm just using my Wii U. That's the only system that has HDMI. But I think I might put my PlayStation Classic on this TV since. Well, actually, I might just do my Super Nintendo Classic and my PlayStation Classic. I might put on there because I got the space. I could probably technically put them like right over there and there. But anyway, these two TVs. Technically, I had this TV. I might swap this out because this is the best of the three smaller TVs. I bought this at a pawn shop for like 15 or 20. Same way with that, 15 or 20, and I think it was 20 actually. But actually, I kept this one at my work. I just brought it home just because I didn't really use it at my job. I thought I would, but I didn't. And so with these two TVs, I have basically, I think I have my 64 hooked up to the big thing, but I might end up switching that and then just put it on one of these smaller TVs. So technically probably split between two systems each, so maybe like Dreamcast, GameCube on one and Xbox 64 on the other. I know that if I have them hooked up, I will be I would probably be more likely to play them than I would if I did not have them hooked up. I have a second PlayStation 2 that I always like to keep on this shelf here. I still need to plug that in, and then I always like to have like an additional PlayStation 2 to play on. So I probably could plug it into here. I think this might only have one HDMI. Well, that's right. That doesn't have HDMI. Never mind. Talking out loud. So that probably should still work. Put a PlayStation 2 with this system. There's so many PlayStation 2 games that I still would love to play and have yet to play or will replay, and I would probably play it on that. But there's nothing wrong with this system. I've had for probably 15 years and still going strong. What else? I decided to put my PlayStation collection on here. I've always thought that I had more, but I guess when you just spread it out on two shelves, it really makes you realize how few games you really do have, I guess. But a lot of the ones I do have, I'm very proud of. This is one system that I got really obsessed with trying to collect for a few years, but this may change. I may eventually just even get rid of this shelf and just figure out something else in place of it. We shall see. But I have my DVDs set up here too, and a small stack of CDs. I don't know. The first thing I would get rid of if I had to get rid of things would be the CDs. I don't need to have those. Just seeing how no matter what song you want, you can find it on YouTube pretty much nowadays. But I think most of the ones I have acquired, I either got them for free or I've been getting them for like a quarter, 50 cents a piece. Mostly greatest hits CDs, but the DVDs I've been pretty happy with what I've accumulated over the years. There's still a bunch of movies that I have not seen that I want to see, and I have just sitting up here, whether I got them at yard sales or got them at pawn shops. I have seen this movie, but I wouldn't mind watching it again. Anyway, this is still pretty much the same. Maybe, I don't know if I showed this or not, but I have these on the backs of the closet doors so that I can this is a place that I can store controllers. It's a pretty decent idea. I think I had one of them at my previous house, and then we were going to get rid of one from another door that we had, so I just ended up keeping it. So I still have some things I need to deal with. Some containers and some boxes. I have a box over there, stuff on the floor. I still have certain things I want to hang up. I'm still kind of on the fence about buying new posters because I've been kind of tired of staring at some posters that I've had for over a decade. So I might just hold off on that and maybe buy some new stuff. But anyway, I did. I guess I could say some of the stuff I've picked up. I'll just go in kind of random order what I have here. There was a spring sale on Play Asia, so I got this for $24 free shipping, and I've been playing this a little bit. It's fun. It's very repetitive, but still, if you're looking for a game that's a kind of a mindless side scroller that has progression, you level up like a regular RPG, and it's pixel art. It's I know I saw that they made a second one, so who knows? I might take a little bit of time before I would decide to buy the second one. It's a really simple game. I think it started off as a tablet game, and then it was ported over to the PlayStation 4. I don't remember if it's on any other systems. I got Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. This is a game I got at Walmart on clearance. It was either for $3 or $5. The thing with Walmart, if you do get into the kind of the addiction of trying to find clearance games, is that they don't typically slap a sticker on there, so you really kind of have to investigate what is on clearance and then go find it. So I had heard that there's two Sonic games on 3DS that just kind of flew under the radar that were half decent. Like, this is not like a best-selling Sonic game that everybody has to run out and get, but it is a decent game for, I think, $3 or $5. I'll take that. Here's another Walmart clearance game. So, like I said, sometimes you will find stickers that say that, but like doesn't mean that that's the price. Like with this example, this was $10, so it was clearanced even more. And this wasn't a really easy game to track down. I just got really lucky finding it. It was the only copy, and for $10 for an RPG, I will take that. A Switch game I got. This is the kind of like the spiritual sequel of I Am Setsuna, called Lost Sphere. Only reason I got this is because this is cheaper than I Am Setsuna. I only really played like maybe 15 minutes of it just to test it out, but I've been kind of dabbling with a bunch of different Switch games and just I hadn't really stuck with it, but it was cheap. It came down on Amazon to like $20 or $21, so I went ahead and got it. So the Batman set, Volume 1 comes with like, I don't know, I think like 20 or 24 episodes. Every episode is about 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, because it would have been a TV show on it with commercials. So it's been fun. I've probably watched about half of them, and there was a deal on eBay where it was like spend at least $5, or maybe, I don't know, it was something like spend more than 5 or 10 or something like that and get $3 off. And I think it had to be more than 5, and so it was just a weird little deal. And this ended up being like 6 something, so it ended up being, with the $3 off, it literally was like $3 and some change for all of that. And I know that the other volumes are more expensive, but I don't know. It was fun watching them. I was trying to debate if I could show any to my son, but like the very first episode is like there's like a bat, a doctor that turns into a bat. I forget what that enemy really is called, but like it like transforms into a bat. And I just know he would have nightmares. It was just like, okay, I can't show him this. Maybe another year or two from now. What else? Bunch of DVDs, I think, here. So, DVDs and CDs. So, for the last few years, the place I live at, the library system has a library book sale where they try to get rid of some of their books and some of their DVDs and CDs and all their extra stuff that they have available to check out for people. And as a teacher, I can get a free box of stuff there. It's mostly books. It's like 90% books, obviously. But some of the stuff they do have are some DVDs and CDs. And I picked up a bunch of books, but some of the DVDs I picked up, I hardly ever see a copy of this. Same way with like this and E.T., which I don't have E.T., but like Finding Jaws was really cool. It looks like it's like hardly used at all too, so it's in good shape. And this will probably be like my a good summer movie to watch. Just make sure my son is well away from watching this, not anywhere close to being around. But I had an argument with students that I teach. We were talking about horror movies, and like their definition of horror movies are like slashers, where like you just see how creative can a person die in a movie. And I said to them that if you've never had a chance to watch the movie Jaws, watch Jaws and then see if you can go out into the ocean immediately after you watch it. They didn't really think that should classify as a horror movie, but I think it's horrifying because I mean, anytime you go out into the water, you have no control over the fear of something coming up from under the water and grabbing you. And this is just such an iconic movie. 2 CDs I got. So Linkin Park and the Greatest Hits of Bob Marley. Those are free from the book sale. I've been looking for this, and I was happy to find that. I haven't seen this in a long time, but I wouldn't mind watching that again. And then I heard really good things about this movie called Moon. So Shaun of the Dead and Moon. And then the last two, City Slickers. Probably haven't seen that in probably like 25 years, ever since I was a little kid. 90s. And then Spartacus season 1, which this is an awesome TV show if you ever heard of it. But it's kind of sad because like when they planned to do this TV show, they planned to have this actor play the role for like at least 3 seasons, and then he unexpectedly passed away. And so like they were like in a bind with trying to keep the show going, and they had to recast somebody new, and it really put a damper on the whole show. But like the first season, he got to play it from beginning to end, and it was an awesome show. If you've never heard of it, haven't given it a shot, it's awesome. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I know that I've been telling my brother. Actually, I should give this to him as a gift. I really should. I've been telling my brother for like years he should watch this, and he just constantly just acts like he can't be bothered. But anyway, that's the update for this room, and I guess I better figure out why that turned off. Anyway, I will catch you next time.